Hey guys, so today is going to be a little bit different and hopefully just as interesting. It is going to be how to start a coffee shop or cafe and what you need to do. So, there's a lot of steps to this. It can take you a few months to get off the ground. I will say, do not do this if this is on a whim. You got a midlife crisis going on and you're going to launch this. If you have that feeling, take the time to build out a business plan in full to be sure you're not going to get bored as soon as the build is done and now you're stuck with loans, you're stuck with bills, and you have a business. So, first things first, when you're in this brainstorming phase, a good thing to do is start with a business plan because you're going to need funding for this if you cannot do this yourself. With the golden rule being you should probably have about 3 years worth of expenses for your coffee shop, including the build saved up. Coffee shops do take a little longer for turnover because you can only sell a pastry and a cup of coffee for so much. You can be super popular and sell a lot, but you need a plan for being able to ride it out a little bit longer. Staff costs, building costs, taxes, rent, bills, everything are covered by your sales. So you need to be sure you get yourself built up as fast as possible. So leading into that, be sure to watch my other videos on delivery platforms, on advertising, on marketing, on websites, all these things so you are successful. But let's start again with your name and your concept because you're going to want a business plan to present to the bank if you need a business loan. You cannot really just go in all willy-nilly and say, I want a loan. I'm starting a business. They're going to want to be sure that you planned it. So figure out your design, map it out, what you want, get some costing for your remodel, get quotes, figure out your menu, design it, your costs, your everything. Have it mapped out clearly, document by document. Because when you go to the bank, they're going to want to know these things. But to do a cost of a rebuild, you need to be able to have a location, right? So there's two approaches. You can find an empty unit for rent or sell that can be remodeled as long as it's okayed by the landlord. Or you can find a previous business for sale. I want to say it's Right Biz. Right Biz. Yeah, Right Biz. If you kind of want to hit the ground running and have something that might have already been successful and the owner's just done, I gotta go London, right? There are 275 locations tagged as cafes in London alone. So you can start looking through it like, this is interesting. Soft play and cafe, Kurdish restaurant, charming cafe, turnover, and that. So you can just contact them and you can say, okay, I don't have to buy the kitchen equipment, and be sure it's sold fitted out. You wouldn't need counters, you might not need machines, all these things. So definitely take a look at this and compare costs because let's say this feels expensive to you, but then you go find an empty unit and you start doing remodel costs. Now your remodel on top of all your equipment is 200. Okay, well, getting something pre-outfitted that you can change the name and rebrand is half that, and then you can also do a little revamp with it. So keep that in mind. You definitely can do that. This is even less. Coffee shop and sandwich bar, so don't say no to something that's already in place for you. It can save a lot of headaches because they also tend to already have gotten different licenses, approved, food safety ratings, and those are things you are going to have to get. And the council might work with you a little easier if it's more like a change of hands and a light revamp instead of a full new outfit. So it's something to keep in mind. If you don't want to go this route, you can always do like this. We'll do business basis for rent, London, UK. You'll find a variety of locations: LoopNet, Rightmove, Storefront, Zoopla, all these. So let's, for the sake of argument, we're going to open up this commercial properties for rent. Start looking like this is an office, top 2 floors. Might be able to revamp it, might not. But you just start looking, seeing what's out there. Again, commercial spaces to let. You can buy whatever suits your fancy. Once you find it, you start contacting them. Get a broker, whoever involved, to start helping you with negotiations and being like, hey, I need to present the value and this information to the bank so I can get the loan to get this first. It's best to have all your ducks in a row when you start. So once you have your location, whether it's secured or in progress, you talk to the bank, sake of the argument, let's say they said yes, they move forward. You now have your budget. You can now start sourcing ingredients. That means you now get to head to Google or go talk to local businesses. Coffee beans for sale, coffee beans wholesale, tea wholesale, bread wholesale, all these things, anything that's going to make up your menu, you're going to start finding suppliers and doing supplier outreach. Getting prices, getting samples. It can be an overwhelming part of this process. So if you ever need help, I do highly encourage you to come to us for potential coffee shop consulting, and we will help guide you through this process and get you in touch with our suppliers as well. But just based on this picture alone, you'll find a supplier for an espresso machine, a grinder. You'll find your syrups, your coffee, any decor, paint, someone to do the logos, menu boards. All of these elements just in the picture you find someone for, which is again why it might be good to get something pre-outfitted for you that you can just rebrand. And again, same here. We found banners, we found different stickers for the window, all these good things. When you start designing your menu, I would highly encourage you to do a little photo shoot with it as well once you get your latte art down and all those fun things, because you're going to want to put those photos on your site. You're going to want those for delivery apps. You're going to want them for social media. So get them going and saved for sure. Once you've nailed down suppliers and menus, you can move to official registration as well. It's this heavy overlap of what's what. It's best to find the location first and then go register your business with HMRC. That's a very simple form. HMRC, register new business. Register your name, register the company name, all these things. You'll set it up yourself, pay a small fee, and then you're good to go. You will not be able to get business insurance. You will not be able to do your food hygiene rating. You'll not be able to set much up at all if you're not a registered business. So be sure to do this kind of as soon as you know you will be able to move forward, that you have the funds to go forward and you have a name settled. As soon as you know your name, do this. Snag the name. Be sure it's available. From registration, you can what's the best path here? Once you register, you'll want to find business insurance. You'll want to get your level 3 food safety hygiene rating. You're going to want to start building your HACCPs, fire hazard safety analysis, all these things. And again, check out my other videos. I have specific walkthroughs for each and every one of these documents to help you. You're going to gather all those documents. You're also going to submit to this. Let's pretend we'll get my 5-star food rating column, right? London. It should come up. Right here. It should be. Contact them to schedule an appointment of sorts. They do just drop in. Let them know when you're opening and when you're going to start serving. You do need to do this 28 days before you open so they can process it. You want that number 5 though. Once you have this, then you can officially get rolling, because then you can sign up to delivery platforms. They like to see a level 5 food safety rating, so Deliveroo, Uber Eats, City Pantry, Just Eats, all these, they want to see those, right? And again, if you don't have a pre-outfitted location, this is just a little bit of what you're going to need. Ice makers, fridges, freezers, blenders, cupboards, chairs, cleaning supplies, grinders, espresso machines, your POS system, signage, sandwich press, all your consumables, coffee, syrup, juices, stuffers, sandwiches and toasties, to-go supplies, all these things you need. Then you can also move to online marketing and local. That means, as I'm recording over this website, setting up a website, a Google My Business, being on directories. Again, I have some super helpful videos out there for you. I would definitely encourage you to watch them. You can also set up flyers and do some local flyering. You might need permission sometimes to do this. Oftentimes, if you just go out flyering, you'll get a little warning if you don't have permission, but that's your call. You can just go flyer, or you can go get permission from the council first. But do both. Social media, website, cold email, announcing your opening, flyers. Do it all. Do home run with it. Like, don't miss a step. And then it just moves on to other bits. Like, you can curate what you're going to do from there, like private label. You can do events. You can specialize in, let's say, a rose infused latte. You can, whatever suits your fancy, pick something that's going to make you stand out from the crowd. And then as soon as you get going, get reviews, even if it's from friends and family. Start getting reviews right away. You will not rank well on Google if you are not getting those 5-star reviews. You need those 5-star reviews everywhere, all platforms. So get ranking on there. And then from there, you can start launching more. I do have, like, we launched on Shopify so people could buy our coffee and merch online. Again, I have a video. You're welcome to check that out. We got team members with gear and all sorts of fun stuff. And for us, there wasn't without challenges either. So be ready for that. Be ready for contractors might not show up. Photographers might not be great. Be ready for the challenges that's going to come with this. But all in all, opening a coffee shop, just follow the steps that I've listed. Follow the steps HMRC lists. And all else fails, you're welcome to call someone from the food department or drop us a line and we will happily help you set up your coffee shop business.